Okay, this is continuation of my video about these coffee groomers. Now, I bought one of these. I bought it from China, I presume. It came from China. I bought it on eBay for about £13.80 or something like that. And what you're meant to do is twist them and groom the coffee. And all the videos say you have to twist them this way, even though it looks like you should twist it the other way. They all say you don't want to be tamping, you just want to be shallow and it shifts the coffee around the top. Well, I did a test before and it didn't do that. So I pulled my video until I had more chance to make another video. This is just a line of stevia, okay, which is this granulated sweetener. It's very fine and should, if this is doing anything, be spreading that around the top. So I've wound it in to its minimum. So I'm not pressing too hard on the coffee in case that affects it. I'm just going to drop it on there and we're going to turn it. So here we go. Just turn it. And as you can see, it's done very little. It may have just drifted some of the powder around, but it's certainly not groomed it. Now, let's now screw it down a little bit more. What I'm going to do is adjust this downwards so it's deeper. In case it wasn't deep enough, we're going to try again. Now I can definitely feel it just slightly push, very slightly push on the coffee. We're going to turn it. And again, it's not really doing anything. That line is pretty much almost as straight as it was. So I wouldn't say that's having a big effect. I'm now going to put it into the vibrator because I was going to try. One of the thoughts I thought was to use the groomer as a sort of tamper after vibrating. So I can vibrate the coffee, and as you can see, the puck breaks up very, very easily. If I tamp that puck, and it definitely is now distributing, had I tamped that puck, the vibrator wouldn't really break it up very easily. But as you see, I'm going to screw this out a bit more because I wonder if this would make a sort of very gentle tamper for this vibrator. Hasn't really distributed anything. Has it compacted? Not really. And now I'm going to tamp and see if there's a difference when I tamp it. So I put it down to do a tamp. I use about, and I can feel the coffee definitely compacting. It's about 8 pound pressure. That's all I need. And now it took a lot longer for the vibrator to start breaking up that tamp. So I'm not convinced actually these are distributing. Where I feel these might be useful is if you can get them out far enough to act as a tamper. So that means screwing them out as far as possible. Yep. And then having them act as a circular tamper. We'll put it on where it's definitely pressing against the coffee, and as you turn it, you don't have to apply much pressure. It's giving you a fairly flat coffee bed, and we're going to try and extract this. So let's just see if it works as a tamper that allows you to keep a level tamping surface with minimal pressure. Now if it does, I then may incorporate it as part of my routine with the vibrator, the vibrating distributor there, and then just use this as a gentle rotational tamp to compress the coffee. Yeah, I mean that seems to be working. Well, it seems to have tamped actually very well. The pour is good, it's not breaking up. And the volume for time is about exactly where it should be for how I've got the grinder set for that coffee, which is a long pour. I'm using the Speciality 75 atom grinder. That's about right. Now what I'm going to do is probably just tweak the grinder a little bit for a slightly coarser grind. So just there.